Okay, so apparently the computer had some issues with my last video that I was trying to make. So I'm gonna try to restart it and kind of hurry up a little bit. Um, my last one before it decided to be a piece of nuts and not do what I wanted it to do. I'm just gonna restart and tell you that this video is specifically for girls, but possibly guys as well that want to know why other guys or guys in general, most guys, could be such assholes for some reason. Like I said in my other one in the beginning, before it had some problems, I said I can't tell you why. I'm sorry. I don't know. uh, the thing is guys, like most guys, think the same way. They just act a different way because of their genes or whatnot. So, like, most guys think the same thing or want to think the same thing, but act completely different. Completely different. Um, like, uh, one video for, like, why guys are such assholes. I don't know why. And I'm gonna tell you a quick story about this guy that I know. I'm not gonna say who and where it was for the sake of the identity of the place and person. Um, both people that are involved, actually. Um, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want them, watching this video and saying, "Oh, you said my name, blah blah. If you this that blah, whatever, all that crap." So I'm just gonna try to, do it quickly, because my last one didn't like the time on it. Um, so I'm gonna do it now. In the beginning, basically, this guy didn't like me in general for some reason, and like I didn't even do anything to him. He just doesn't like me, or was just jealous of me, and that's probably why he didn't like me or something. I don't know. He just didn't like me for like in general. So this dude was dating my ex. Yes, I said ex. My ex-girlfriend. You may be saying, "Oh, why are you bringing her up?" And blah blah blah. It's an ex. Well, I'm friends with my ex because I'm not like one of those people who, even if it's my ex, I don't go fuck you and I don't like you anymore. I'm not gonna talk to you and blah. I'm not gonna try to be friends with you and no. And I'm not the kind of guy who wants you to be friends with me. If you don't want to be friends with me, that's fine. Okay, fine. I'll leave you alone. But if we want to be friends, and work it out and be friends, I will gladly do that. And that's why I'm bringing my ex into this, because it's also part of what I'm talking about. Um, this guy was dating my ex, and I guess some lie came up about me dating her again and her cheating on him with me, and dating me again, like I just said, and which was not true whatsoever. And he got all pissed and called her a slut and Asian bitch and blah blah blah. And I don't even think, if I remember correctly, she's only like 25 to a half of an Asian. So you know what? Fuck you, bro. You don't get your shit right. Um, and he just called everything in this book. You guys call it book. Book of names. Book of disses and blah blah blah. The book of names, whatever you want to put the word in. He called her everything in the book, and at the same time, it kind of pissed me off because guess what? He was being a complete a-hole, and cheated on her twice before this lie came out of nowhere. The first one was normal. Now the second one, unless it was the first one, like I said in my other video, before it decided not to work on me, was that, if it was the first one, that's not what I heard. I heard the second one gave him a BJ. Now, if you have a child, and yes, I probably should have said this in the beginning, but it just kind of popped in my mind again. If you have a child in there, either get him or her out, whichever side the door's on, or you get out. Because the child's probably going to be like, "What's a BJ?" And it doesn't. And the one that I'm talking about is not peanut butter and jelly. It's the other one. The other one. Yes, she gave him a BJ, and while he was dating my ex as well, and apparently another chick, all at once. Um, and some things went on, and a whole bunch of other stuff happened, and I don't really want to talk about it because, it still goes through my mind. And when I talk about, like, when I see him and everything, I just want to, I just want to beat his face in, and even though I don't look like a guy who fights because he's weak arms and crap, I know multiple guys that look stronger than me, but I'm either the same strength as them, or I'm stronger somehow, even if they have abs or not. Yes, abs don't really matter very much with strength, with arms. But anyway, I wanted to, beat him down, so I'm not going to say what generally happened, but, for the question you guys are having, the real answer is I don't know. It's just some guys have complete idiotic a-hole decisions in their minds, and they make them, and they act completely differently, either on purpose or on accident. Either way, they still act different. Most guys think the same or want to think the same, but react completely different. Like me, I'm not that kind of guy who sits here and says, a whole bunch of crap. And I actually am still in love with one of my other exes, and she's still somehow in love with me. And because we broke up, a couple days after, before the last day of school. And it kind of, I'm not one of those guys who sits here and acts like that. I know what I'm talking about. I know lots of these kind of relationship stuff, and things. I've been through it all, and I've seen friends been through it all as well. And not to be an a-hole to you girls, but some girls can be a-holes too. And I'm not just saying that. I'm serious. I mean, no offense. I mean, guys can be a lot more, idiotic and a-holes than girls, but there's some girls out there, like my friend's ex now, crazy to be specific, where, when he broke up with her because something happened, and I personally don't know what, must have been something about cheating, or, just something went wrong along the lines, and she got so crazy, that she got a restraining order, and against him, that or whatever you call them, where you can't go within a certain distance between each other, and the other person in the house, and whatever. And she tried going to his house multiple times, even, and one time was during the her time where she couldn't go near him and he couldn't go near her, where she would go on his lawn or porch or whatever and try to get him to talk and to or doing whatever, and he had to go out there multiple times, and to get her off their lawn and stuff. And his mom tried going out there, and surprisingly, his little brother, was backing his brother up and making sure his parents didn't, beat the other girls' butt, for being on their lawn after restraining order and being all crazy and doing all this crazy stuff. And then their dad tried coming out and didn't work very well, and he said they had to go out anyway, but they didn't until he got her off the lawn and whatnot. So yeah, some girls can be a-holes too, depending on what their reactions are, certain reactions. But with the guys, I don't know. Like I said in the beginning and middle, I'm saying at the end, just about the end of the video too, I really don't know. For people out there that are wondering, you could try getting more pro experience, but I personally don't know. The only thing I do know is guys either like to hide it, or they're just completely idiots where they don't even have to hide it. They just do it because it's in their so-called genes, or they do it without thinking, with like the brainless kind of problem. So yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I may continue this something like this in another video in a couple minutes, maybe, or whenever I can, which probably in a couple minutes, whatever. make multiple videos just for fun and doing whatever kind of things. But yeah, thanks for watching this 10 and 7 minute video, about, you know, asking the question of why are guys, mostly guys anyway in this video, are a-holes, and what would one, look like, or like sound like in my perspective from what I've seen out of high school, through the 2 years I've completed so far. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.